Welcome everyone to another Tuesday review, and this time I have a free game for you. I like doing these free games once in a while because free doesn't always mean it's a good game or it's worth your time. And sometimes you get a free game and you're like, this game is just, what the heck, like why did I play this game? It's not worth it. And then sometimes you get a free game and it's like, wow, what is this game? This game is actually quite good. So this could be one of those times, who knows? But let's check the game out and we'll find out. So I'll do new game real quick. There's tutorial and practice mode. We're just going to do tutorial here. I am going to skip the beginning story because I don't want to spoil anything. We'll choose the game mode here. We'll just do normal. You could do easy if you want an easier time, hard or extreme if you want a more challenging time. I'm doing normal for now. I'm going to play the game mode. We don't want to see the opening, so I don't want to spoil the story for you. I want you to experience it when you play it. But essentially, it's a take on Red Riding Hood. This game is basically retelling Little Red Riding Hood as a somewhat different story. Basically, we are the girl in red with the red hood, and we are on our way to see our grandmother because we have an invitation to see grandmother. Now, it is our mother's mom, and our mother was human, our father was a wolf person, and we are three individuals in one body, which it is not three personalities in a single body, but we actually change bodies as we change people. Like, we're all combined into one body, and it's a curse that was put upon us, and we can switch back and forth between the three. The third one is locked away until we get to a certain point, and then is only restricted access, like only 20 seconds at a time. And then after a certain point, they're out completely. There's no restriction. We can have them out as much as we want, which is kind of cool. It's a short game. It doesn't take very long to beat, so it won't take a whole lot of your time if you want to play this game. Now, as far as controls are interesting. You get basic back and forth. I do recommend using the directional pad because with the joystick you can accidentally hit down too easy or up too easy, which up is jump. I wish it wasn't jump, but up is jump, and your default at a walking pace, kind of strolling through the forest until you attack something. So it's a little stiff. If that being the case, you can hit forward real quick twice, so double tap forward to dash. So if you want to dash or speed through, and then go whack and attack the enemies. Each girl has their own special, so you have like X is attack, Y is your special button, B is to block. And I do recommend you use the block, especially on bosses. I beat the game the first time without blocking. Don't ask me how. It was a pain in the butt, especially on the final boss. And then I realized you could block, and then the final boss was a lot easier. So, yeah, definitely use the block button. Don't be like me, use that block button. So yeah, X attack, Y special, B block. Each girl has their own weapon and their own special moves and different attacks with those, different weapons. The third one is basically barehanded attacks. So you can experiment with all of them, play as all of them, see what it's like. It's kind of fun to experiment. I wish up wasn't the jump button because it makes certain areas a bit awkward, especially when you have to jump on these mushrooms and platform. It's a little bit stiff, and I wish your movement wasn't so slow. I wish default was just a run pace. But I get it, seeing the girls walk, it's kind of like an interesting thing to see, like their personalities as they each walk a little bit different. That's kind of a cool thing, but again, it just makes the game a little stiff. I wish that wasn't the case. The two complaints about controls is that I wish it was default just running as your movement, so you move a bit faster, and that A was jump instead of the up on the directional pad. So change those things, and this game probably be fantastic. As it is, the controls aren't terrible, they just aren't as good as they could be. It's completely playable. You can work around it, and you can work with how the controls are. So I'm not too concerned about the controls. Now this girl is the full wolf version, so the third personality that we have 20 seconds to play as. And then we gotta beat this thing in 20 seconds, which we managed to do. So yeah, first up as 20 seconds, then later on we have full access to her. Now, is the game fun? You know, it's a side-scrolling beat-em-up. Controls are perfectly functional, if a bit stiff, a little awkward at times, but for the most part, it works really well. Like, it honestly is a really fun game. Like, I had a fun time playing it, even with stiff controls. Honestly, is this game worth your time? I think it is, honestly. Like, I wouldn't say that if this game cost a lot of money. Even if the game maybe cost like $1, it was like a 99-cent game or something like that, I'd say it's still worth your time just to play. Being free is definitely worth your time just to play, check out, for like a quick game just to kind of play through and just have fun with. But yeah, that's pretty much the game right there. It is a fun time. I recommend it. If you want to download it, I'll put a link in the description down below. It is on Steam, completely free. It is worth your time just to check out, see if you know, a game that has a different take on a fairy tale and is just a little bit of an enjoyable time. So that's my review of this game. Thank you all for watching. Appreciate all of you for being here. Be sure to do the usual YouTube stuff if you would like to. You don't have to. And we will see all of you next time. Until then, stay awesome, and we will see you then.